talking heads, broadcast messages, press releases. They're telling you their side, but you just want the facts. And that's why you come to me. I give you the statistics without spin. Out of 116 million working age Nigerians, 35.5 million are employed full-time. That's 30%. I give you the context. I give you the history. I fight fake news with facts.
Kayode. No, Kayode, I will let you talk. Kayode, I will let you talk if you let me talk. Kayode.
That's why more and more Lagosians are tuning in.
500,000 Lagosians.
720,000. 970,000. Over 1 million Lagosians. They know that if you give me your afternoon, I will give you hard facts.
Well done, Sandra, on all you do, going beyond the headlines and focusing on the facts.
I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts.
Hello, Lagos. Good afternoon. I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts. First hard fact of the day: PVC collection starts on Monday. So that's Monday, December 12th, and it runs until January 22nd next year. Like I said yesterday, it's a Sunday. That tells you that PVC collection is 7 days a week. So you can walk in there on a Saturday, walk in there on a Sunday from Monday, the December 12th, all the way to January 22nd next year. 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Remember, no PVC, no vote. And if you don't vote, you're voting for whoever wins and becomes the governor of Lagos State, the president of Nigeria. Second hard fact of the day is the second Niger Bridge. The federal government will open it for 30 days, starting on December 15th. Babatunde Fashola wants the bridge open to ease traffic during the Christmas travel period. So that's great for those who are traveling to the east. Third hard fact of the day: the Senate is looking into CBN's new cash withdrawal restrictions. They want the bank to explain its thinking and address withdrawal restrictions. They also want them to address concerns about the impact on Nigerians. The sessions will hold on Friday and Monday, and then on Tuesday. The Senate will decide whether to support or oppose this policy after the session on Tuesday. I've got a fourth hard fact. There's a lot going on, right? The I Beg to Differ debate tournament of champions will come back on your air in March, right here on Hard Facts. It's been a long time coming. It was supposed to happen, at the end of this year, but we just had the World Cup and we have elections coming. So we wanted it to have its own right of place. And that's why in March it returns. And we're going to have all the previous champions from the previous editions return for a chance to win 2 million naira. It's brought to you by our headline sponsor, Paystack. I cannot thank Paystack enough for doing this with us yet again. Now, you've been helping me choose the 12th debater. I still need your nominations. I've extended the deadline. It was supposed to end on the 30th, but, World Cup chased me away from the studio. So remember, the more you nominate for your candidates, the higher their chances of being the 12th person. I say 12th because we already have 11 that have been invited. The 4 champions are all coming back: Tamvita Kaushik, Ruth Okorocha, Esther Bewaji, Fabian Chibundo. They're all coming back. Emanuela Nadi, Deborah Pamzat, Hamid Olarawaju, Stephanie Ehi, all coming back. The judges extended merit-based invitations to Ramadan Oladikpopo, Nicholas Musa Okoya. Lots of people are still voting for Nicholas Musa Okoya, but he's already in the tournament. And then Deborah Ajike. Deborah Ajike was also given an invitation by our judges. So just pick one more person that is not in this 11 to complete our 12 contestants. At 4 o'clock today, I'm going to play you clips from previous contestants just to remind you of how they performed. I'm going to play you clips from November 2021, March this year, May this year and August this year. Hopefully, we have enough time to play as many of those clips as possible. Lagos, you don't want to miss the Tournament of Champions. It's going to be a longer tournament. We're going to have a group stage. Every debater will debate at least twice, guaranteed. So that means that you could see the people that you want to see go head to head. By the way, if you witness a story or a news event that you want Lagos to know about, give us a call on 01465 7175. Especially while you are out there trying to pick up your PVC. Make sure you call our newsroom with that story, 01465 7175. And thank you for tuning into Hard Facts today. I've got a great show for you. Let's talk about INEC replying to Tinubu's claim about BVAS and electronic transmission. He talked about it during his Chatham House outing. Then let's talk about INEC replying claims that its workers were harvesting VINs. That's voter numbers. And then let's talk about the army denying Reuters' accusation that it forced thousands of abortions. At 4 o'clock, let's look back at some of the past debaters on I Beg to Differ. Remember, I need you to nominate your choice for 12th debater. And on the big hard fact, let's talk about the aftermath of the flood. First, we're going to talk about the impact of the flood on public health with a public health expert. Then we'll talk about the state of things in Bayelsa right now. Bayelsa specifically, because Bayelsa was one of the worst hit states. Expect news, business, and sports at the top of the hour, every hour. But let's get started with today's big three. Lagos, I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. I've mentioned that, haven't I? And these are your hard facts.
This is the Big Three.
The Big Three.
On Hard Facts. On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Why did Tinubu cast doubts on BVAS and electronic transmission? Can INEC improve the PVC collection process? Did the Army's reply to Reuters satisfy you? Those are the big three. Lagos, let's talk. INEC says Tinubu is wrong about BVAS and electronic transmission. And that's our first story. Here's what Tinubu said about our election tech at Chatham House. He said, quote, INEC is yet to assure us that during this election, that electronic transmission, the technology being used for accreditation and the total vote count is reliable, dependable, and assuring in our democratic process before we introduce a complicated element of ballot counting, end quote. So this is what INEC said to Tinubu in response. They said it through Rotimi Oyekami, the chief press secretary to the chairman of INEC. He said, quote, the Independent National Electoral Commission has been talking about the bimodal voter accreditation system, its features, strengths, and advantages since 2020 when it was introduced to replace our beloved smart card reader. At every quarterly meeting that the Commission held with leaders of political parties since this BVAS was introduced, and I'm talking about more than 5 meetings, it has always been on the agenda and discussed. My presumption is that both the National Assembly and secretary of all the political parties that attend our meetings also brief their presidential candidates about the issues discussed. More importantly, we have conducted off-season governorship elections in Ekiti, Osun, and Anambra using the BVAS, and all of these elections have generally been described and accepted as free, fair, credible, and inclusive by all and sundry. The governors elected have quietly been enjoying their respective tenures. Don't forget, we also deployed it for the Federal Capital Territory Area Council election, and it was a huge success, end quote. So, those are not my words, by the way. INEC said that. So, INEC is like, look, we've been using BVAS for 2 years in multiple Guba elections, and it works just fine. And I'm sure you'll agree, Lagos, because you and I have covered those elections on Hard Facts. The feedback that I've gotten from you while covering those elections here on Hard Facts is that BVAS made those elections fairer. As for electronic transmission, we've seen it this year in Oshun. We've seen it in Ekiti. PDP won in Oshun. APC won Ekiti. Both sides were happy with the results. But now we have Tinubu suddenly saying BVAS and electronic transmission are not reliable. And if you remember, CNPP accused the APC of putting pressure on INEC to scrap BVAS. Does Tinubu's comment at Chatham House add some credibility to that accusation from CUPP, coalition of political parties? Why is Tinubu saying that INEC has not proven that BVAS and e-transmission are reliable when we've all seen them to be reliable? Women, call me on 01465-7190. 01465-7190. Men, call me on 0700-993-993-993. 0700-993-993-993. We've got WhatsApp as well. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. Let me remind you that we're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. YouTube Nigeria Info FM. It's important that you watch our live stream because for our second story, I'm going to show you a video that I need you to see. You've probably already seen it by yourself on social media anyway. But I'm going. If you haven't seen it, today's a good day to watch our live stream. I'll show it to you during our second story. But for right now, let me talk to you. 99.3. Hello. Sorry about that. Call back if you can. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Sandra, this is Mirabel calling from Ikotu.
Welcome, Mirabel.
Okay, as for Tinubu, I think why it's not support of that BVAS is because you know that it's not favor. You know, formerly before they were just saying all these their stuff to go and snag ballot boxes. But this online stuff is not good to favor them. You know, earlier this year it came out and was like there's nothing like permanent voters card. Your voters card is temporary. People are now asking, what's the meaning of that?
Oh, sorry about that. Yes, he did make that comment about the expiry of PVCs, and then his team came out to clarify that he was misquoted. Emmanuel is on the line. Hi, Emmanuel.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Welcome back to our show.
Thank you.
We've missed you. But we'll not ask you questions and you say I'm not aware. Back to the story. For the Jagaban, I'm surprised they are trying to help the CUPP, in telling us that it seems the CUPP, we're right when they raised those allegations, because it started from the chairman of the party, Adamu. Then I think one of their senators, then the Jagaban is also collaborating what they said. It means the CUPP were right. About INEC, I think they should find a way of taking the vein of the voters card that are still with them now. When you factor in the arson that is being committed by some Nigerians, burning of PVC, so that the records will be there in case of any INEC office that the PVC are get burnt, they will be able to get the record to print back the PVC for the for collection of those who have them, so that they will be able to vote. Thank you, and good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for calling. We have another Emmanuel on the line, and that Emmanuel is gone, but thank you very much for calling. 99.3. Sorry about that. Call us back if you can. 99.3. Hello.
Yeah, President Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you on the show.
You know, when they call meeting, they will not attend meeting. Now they are telling us that they has done enough explanation about Viva. This is what they will get.
Right.
That man complained. How come is only the APC guys will be complaining about INEC stuff? How come only APC? Are they the only one taking part in this election? And for INEC, election that we are announcing, if we should go and get their division now, not when this end, they will start complaining again. Yes.
Oh, Chris, you're... Okay, go ahead. Oh, your internet is so bad. Oh, call us back if you can. We've got Matomi on the line. Hi, Matomi.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, Yeah, Sandra, my name is Matomi.
Oh, Matomi, welcome.
Yes. So the issue of Tinubu asking INEC not to use the BVAS, I don't understand the desperation. And to my greatest surprise, I'm not even surprised for Tinubu vying for this position.
Okay.
But the people we are seen as intellectuals. The people that we are seeing as people that you know that are supporting this man.
Right.
So I don't know why the desperation. We are talking about Lagos. Lagos, we have seen what Tinubu has done so far in Lagos. In time of the Agbero, in time of the road construction, everywhere. Lagos is the worst city to live in now. So I don't know why the hype about this Tinubu. I don't know what the man is coming for. I was watching the Tinubu interview in Chatham House. I was just crying in my mind that these people just went there and disgraced Nigeria. A lady asked a question in that interview. He asked Tinubu, please, we want to hear from you. It's not all these people that you brought to come and answer question for you that you don't understand. Is it possible that somebody will be going for an interview and you will carry your brother to go and answer question for you? Please, I don't understand.
Okay, thank you very much for calling. 99.3, hello.
Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Sandra, please allow me to talk. I don't know why you always cut me off. Hello?
Mike, I don't even know who you are. What's your name?
You always cut me off. I don't like it.
I don't cut you off. Oh, it's network, my sister.
I wanted to talk. You cut me off.
Sorry. Go ahead and talk.
So what I want to say is I want to react on the Tinubu issue. During the primary election, he's not the most competent person. There's many people step down for him. So we should ask ourselves, why did people step down for him? They have a motive. They know what they're doing. They know what they step down for him. Before now, there's an agitation in Southeast about Biafra and the agitation in Rwanda about the Yoruba nation. So now, these two people, if they come together, they will get their way. But they know them as they still want to remain the center hour. That is why they allow this man to come, so that there will be a problem between Igbo and Yoruba. When they jump their heads, then they will not get power back.
I don't think that's what's happening here, and I am cutting you off now deliberately because what you're saying is very speculative, and my regulator could hear that and be like, "Oh, that's an inflammatory statement," and why you're allowing it to be on air because it's your personal opinion. It's highly speculative. It's not very steeped in facts, so I cannot allow it to be on the air. 99.3. Hello.
Presido.
Good to have you on the show.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Thank God. Like I said, you've been announcing about collection of PVC, right?
Right.
So I want to plead with Nigeria. Please, they should go and get it. I don't want after the expiring date, they will start calling. Oh, they didn't give us enough time. Then like the man who's complaining about BVAS, they call me, you don't attend. What is the other one you organize at the LBB, LCC? You didn't attend. So then you are complaining. Then for INEC, I'm still pleading with them. As far as President Buhari is with them, they should carry on. They should not let one of these people, like the chairman of the party, he has been complaining too. They should not allow this to weigh them down. Thank you, President Sandra.
Thank you very much for calling us. Okay. 9.3, hello.
Hello, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
My name is Olumuyiwa.
Welcome.
Calling from Manja.
Go ahead.
Well, I remember the second time of Jonathan, and the network was malfunctioning in this area then. I think what Tinubu was trying to say is simple, that any system that may not allow free and fair election, maybe they should be discouraged.
Okay.
And I really want to say this as a Yoruba man and as a radio presenter. Let it not be as if those that are calling are attacking Tinubu on this radio who are listening. Let them go straight to the point, not to the extent of attacking someone. It may not be nice. And in conclusion, please, when will you give us something to discuss about this Naira and the policy? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, if you listened to yesterday, we discussed it yesterday, and we're going to discuss it again next week at 5 p.m. on Wednesday. 99.3, hello.
Hello, Sandra.
Good to have you on the show. What's your name, sir?
This is Ayane Baba.
Welcome, Ayane Baba.
People should not be surprised of Tinubu Jagaban company.
Okay.
You understand me?
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Tinubu has not come in term with what is going on in this country. And those people that surround him, they are not telling him this, they are not telling this man the truth.
Okay.
The era of rigging is gone in this country. The era of sniping of ballot boxes is gone in this country. There's no room for that. Somebody that came on TV that said PVC has expired. What do you expect him to say? He always gap.
Okay.
He always gap. I'm not surprised. Saying that the BVAS, the INEC has not come out. What did he expect INEC to come out with again? Hello?
I'm here, I'm listening.
What did he expect INEC to come out again, to come and tell Nigeria? On BVAS, we believe. On PVC, we believe.
Okay.
INEC should not change its stance on BVAS and the PVC.
Okay. Sorry about that, but thank you very much for calling. We appreciate it. We have to take a break. When we come back from this break, we'll take more of your thoughts. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. You're listening to Hard Facts on 9.3 Nigeria Info. And yes, after the break, you can still talk about our first story. Our first story is INEC responding to Tinubu, telling him he's wrong about BVAS and electronic transmission, because Tinubu said that INEC is yet to assure us that during this election, electronic transmission, the technology being used for accreditation, total vote count is reliable, dependable, and will assure that our democratic process will not be complicated. And INEC said to him, well, where were you when we have sat down at several meetings trying to show all the stakeholders how this works? This has worked in Ekiti, worked in Anambra, worked in Osun, worked in the Federal Capital Territory. It's been around since 2020. We don't understand why he would say this. He's wrong. After the break, let's talk about those videos online of INEC staff recording PVCs. I'll tell you what those videos really are after this break. You're listening to Nigeria Info 99.3. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili.
Let's talk.
We don't die for where we dey, oh yeah. Now so promise and fail, oh yeah. And it don't take, we don't.
Every day is a new experience for me here. And look, see how excited I was coming into this studio. It was like a kid in a
Dr. Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran Jandor as Governor of Lagos State. PDP! Power to the people!
Hear that? That's the sound of my children building their future through tech and getting ready to become the next tech champs in the Tech Champs Challenge by Digital Kids Academy. Tech Champs Challenge is the first of its kind, and my kids get to have fun learning coding, graphics, and digital media. It even gets better. They stand to win loads of prizes worth 1 million naira. Mommy, oh, sorry. It's easy. Sign up on www.digitalkids.com.ng, pay a one-time online registration fee of 2,000 naira only, and that's all. Also, your kids must be between 7 to 16 years old. Registration portal is open and closes December 15th, 2022. Tech training starts 17th December 2022. To find out more, call 0908 222 5683. Go register your kids for the Tech Champs Challenge now. Does anyone want snacks?
Oh, mommy.
Powered by the Parsley and Co.
Ewo, Mazi, why you dey shake like fowl wey rain beat now?
Mama Karo, na malaria o. Malaria won't kill me o.
Malaria kwa? When I get Amasonat for house, Amasonat go kick the malaria comot your body like bulldozer wey uproot tree. Oh yeah, take, use am.
Hey, Mama Karo. I wan go Baba Chiko the house to go collect money when they owe me.
Nah, malaria don't come out.
Mama Karo, I thank you. I thank Amasunat. Malaria don't come out from my body. Yes, Amasunat is an active anti-malaria drug that helps family treat malaria. Amasunat has Artemata and Lumin lumefantrine with variants for both adults and children. Amasinat is marketed by Greenfield Pharmaceuticals Limited and can be purchased at any pharmaceutical shop near you across Nigeria.
Get this joy with the new and exciting data plans from 9Mobile. Whatever your data needs, 9Mobile's got you. Affordable data just got more affordable. 200 MB for 100 Naira, 300 MB for 150 Naira, plus 300 bonus seconds to call all networks, and the list goes on. These and more amazing data offers just for you. Dial star 200 hash now to enjoy. 9Mobile.
Gem presents Christmas concert with Sinach and friends, tagged Love Fist. The season of love and songs with sharing of gifts, featuring Dedra Great House from Lakewood Church, USA, Minister Emmy, Dickin Bucci, Eben, Frank Edwards, Ada Ehi, Joe Praise, Everson Umlalazi from Zimbabwe, Axa Olangi from Congo DR, Nosa, Mike Abdul, the legendary Ebenezer Obey, and many more. The date is Sunday, 11 December 2022. Venue, Eco Hotels and Suites. Time, 3 p.m. prompt. For ticket bookings, visit www.sinachmusic.com and all Film House Cinemas in Lagos. Or call 0915-470-0000.
Powered by Maltina and Zag. Sponsored by Conga,
Airpiece, Rain Oil,
Media Partner, Wazobia FM.
Christmas concert with Sinach. Ensure you come with a gift to bless someone.
Society for the Performing Arts in Nigeria will be having its first ever ballet competition tagged Nutcracker Ballet Competition. The aim is to give opportunities to the young ones in our community who would showcase their talent and celebrate the Christmas season. Date December 10th, 2022. Venue Guiding Light Assembly. Time 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Categories 6 to 9 years. Beginners 10 to 18 years. Intermediate. Open to groups and individual. Prizes to be won 1 million in cash and consolation prizes. For registration and sponsorship, please contact 0701 079 5503. That is 0701 079 5503. Instagram at Official Span Nigeria, www.spannigeria.org, or email to info@spannigeria.org for more information. Span, performing wonders.
For economy today stronger, our naira today better. The central bank that we design 200, 500, and 1,000 naira notes. So carry go, see, carry go, carry go. Carry your money to bank, all your 200 naira, 500 naira, and 1,000 naira notes. Carry go, deposit them for.
Central Bank of Nigeria don't announce say you want change our 200 naira, 500 naira, and 1,000 naira notes. Why? Some of our naira don't dirty. CBN won't make it hard for bad people where they print fake naira. All those people where they hide big money must carry and go back if they no one lose her. If all this money enter bank, inflation go reduce and it go favor all of us. If you no get bank account, no worry, visit the nearest bank. May they open account for you. Meanwhile, you fit continue to use ATM, POS, USSD, and others for your transaction them. New naira notes go day available from December 15, 2022. This message now from Bankers Committee.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, and in our second story, INEC is also responding to a viral video online. I'm showing you that video at the moment. It's on our live stream, Nigeria Info 99.3 on Facebook, Nigeria Info FM on YouTube. So they're responding to this video that seems to show INEC staff with bundles and bundles of PVCs. They seem to be entering information into their phones from the cards. If you're watching the video, you're seeing what I'm talking about. Now, INEC says that there's a reasonable explanation. Festus Okoye says it's part of the PVC collection process. Now, remember that you can go on the INEC portal to find out if your PVC is ready for collection, right? But for you to do that, INEC has to first send your card's information to the portal. And according to Okoye, for new PVCs, this process is automatic. So for people that registered for their PVC this year, people that did CVR this year, so your own card is automatically uploaded to their collection portal. But for older uncollected PVCs, INEC staff are entering the data manually. And according to Okoye, that's what you're seeing in that video. The video I'm showing you on our live stream at the moment. It's going to keep showing throughout this particular story so that you can see it for yourself and remember what INEC's explanation for it is. INEC says, thank you for your vigilance, but what you saw in that video is just their normal work. Their staff are not stealing people's VINs to give to politicians or anything like that. That's what INEC says. What are your thoughts? 0700-993-993. Men, call us on that number. Women, call us on 01-465-7190. We've got lots of messages on WhatsApp, and I'll take them in a bit. We also have calls coming in from Skype. If you're abroad and you want to join the conversation over Skype. Skype is Nigeria Info FM. You give us a call, we'll transfer you live to the studio. 99.3, hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Charles.
Your name is?
From Lagos.
Charles, you're calling our number for women, okay? So you're going to have to give us a call back on the right number. 99.3, hello. Hello? Are you there? All right, you're not there. 99.3.
Hello.
Good to have you on the show. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma. It's Comrade.
Comrade, welcome.
As well, I think it's very afraid because they want to use BVAS and the Electronic Transmission to curb the corruption and the malpractice are leaking in the voter system. So he should focus on talking to Nigerians and going to the streets. Secondly, I thank INEC and I trust them. If they have investigated that the workers are trying to copy people's code number, it is up to them to do it very, very well. Concerning Central Bank and they giving me 20,000 every week. But the members of the businessman, what they want to do is not going to copy what they intend to do. It's not going to copy it. Let them industrialize Nigeria and give us money. Not this one they want to do. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We've got Isaac on the line. Hi, Isaac. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Sandra.
Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm calling from Ikeja.
Go ahead.
So I stand with INEC. They tell us before that not going back on is it BVAS or whatever?
BVAS, yes.
Mm-hmm. BVAS.
Yes.
Going back.
Mm-hmm.
No going back is not going back. Whatever Tinubu is saying, nothing concerns me. Nothing concerns Nigeria. Nothing concerns INEC. No going back.
Mm.
And on the other interview, he took his family or whatever, even his friends, to go and answer questions for him.
Well, we're not talking about that today. We talked about it yesterday. We're not talking about it today. But thank you very much for calling. Because if I give you a chance to talk about it, everybody who calls will want to talk about it as well. 99.3, hello. Hello.
Good afternoon, Nigeria Info.
Good afternoon. What's your name, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm Helen calling from Shango Tedo.
Welcome, Helen.
Yeah, I would like to, say some comments on the copying of beans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, the only way, I cannot be so sure, but for me, the only way is to add an extra layer, an additional layer of control.
Right.
By ensuring that on voting day, there's there's fingerprinting.
Right.
For some of us who registered online, if your fingerprint and have done biometrics,
right.
If you could give a VIN number that is not yours, your fingerprint will throw it out because it wouldn't match. So that's just my thought.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Helen, for calling to share your thoughts. We've got messages on WhatsApp. Let me take them very quickly before they riot. Emeka Izwogo is in the US. Emeka says Tinubu's fear is that the election might not go in his favor. All right. This message here says, Sandra, you're always talking about Tinubu. Can't you talk about any other thing? Why is Tinubu your content? My dear Babatunde Moshood, you realize that if Tinubu wins and becomes president, I'm going to talk about him a lot. So if it's paining you right now that I'm talking about Tinubu a lot, and he has not even become president. If he becomes president, he's going to be president for 4 years. If he runs again, he'll be president for 8 years if he wins. That means I'll talk about Tinubu every single day. Are you really ready for that high blood pressure? This message here says, Sandra, free and fair, APC has no path to victory. The only way that they can win is by cheating. That explains their apprehension with BVAS and e-transmission. But they won election in Ekiti State, so they have proven that they can win, in free and fair situations. So Maga also says, I'm not surprised about Tinubu's utterance. It's an APC thing. When INEC first introduced e-transmission to the National Assembly, the entire APC lawmakers voted against it. APC chieftain Senator Alindume even went ahead to say e-transmission was a ploy by PDP to rig the elections. How ridiculous. Okay. This message says, everybody's entitled to their choices in life. One's hatred for Tinubu cannot stop some of us APC members from voting for Tinubu, no matter what anybody says on the radio or any other media platform. People like myself will still vote for Tinubu again and again. Timothy from Ikorodu, thank you for your message. Here's a message here that says, the truth is the presence of BVAS threatens the so-called structure that both PDP and APC are always boasting about. All thanks to Buhari for his efforts to get it right in this coming election. Okay. Here's a message from Babatunde Fasanya. Babatunde says, is there network service in every nook and cranny of Nigeria? Is the rural area covered with the network services? We should not limit our concerns to only cities and capitals. INEC needs to assure not only Tinubu but all citizens on their readiness to deploy that technology. It would be a tragedy if on the day of election the network won't allow vast electorates to not vote. Well, Babatunde, you're in luck because INEC has already done that several times. In fact, you and I even talked about it right here on the show. Remember, Babatunde? I can even search our WhatsApp now and I'll see your comments when we talked about it here on the show. INEC said all they need is 2G. 2G is even 2G is really low. If you use internet, you know that 2G is really low. And they say all they need is 2G. And in most communities where elections will happen in Nigeria, they at least shall have 2G. INEC and NCC, as in Isa Pantami, INEC and NCC sat together and they went around the country to look at network stability before they said, this matter we won't work, we get the energy, we fit work around. So not to worry. They've got you covered. Have some faith. Oh my gosh. Here's a message from Ade in Surulere. Ade laughs. I'm serious. He typed so me, I'm reading what he typed. That's why I'm laughing. Ade says, Tinubu is very desperate and scared that it won't be business as usual for him and his gang. There will be no more manipulation of votes. There will be no more electoral malpractices. He's seriously afraid of the shocking defeat coming in 2023. Whatever has a beginning must surely have an end someday. That day is definitely coming in 2023. These excuses are feeble and weak. Otoge, enough is enough. Let INEC be independent enough to do their job properly and professionally. Ade from Surulere with that message there. Okay, let's come back to the phone lines and take your thoughts. 99.3, hello. Hello.
Yes, hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
Yeah, this is Jeffrey from Lekki.
Jeffrey from Lekki, welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a serious concern.
Okay.
I don't think Tinubu is out of line asking this question if INEC is really independent, you know? Because this is a new system to us, so I think it's in line. Okay. I think it makes sense that he asks these questions because this is a new technology to us. Don't you think there might be other ways of rigging this election?
Well, we've used it in Ekiti, we've used it in Anambra, we've used it in Oshun. And if you heard what I said earlier, INEC themselves have sat down with Tinubu's team and shown them how it works over and over and over. You know, even when we were debating, what they call electronic transmission, NAS wanted to scrap it. We had a conversation here now, Jeffrey, on the show. Don't you remember? We talked about it.
I'm really skeptical
about the technology.
You see INEC. They are Nigeria's greatest undoing when it comes to collation and assembling of results. Don't you think we should really, because you saw what happened now on the video where they are collecting the data and collecting. Do you really believe their explanations that they are going to upload one thing to one thing? Because this is Nigeria.
Okay.
We don't want a floppy election, a flimsy kind of explanation that will make Nigerians now think that, okay, the BVAS are the way to go.
Okay. And so let me ask you this. In your opinion, do you think INEC will work against the ruling party?
I really doubt that. Okay, let me ask you a question.
Okay. Hold on.
Excuse me, let me just ask you one question. The INEC chairman, who appointed the INEC chairman, who nominated the INEC chairman?
The current president.
The current president, right?
Yes.
Is the current president a member of the opposition or is a member of APC?
I should be asking you that question.
That is, you Nigeria knows that.
Okay, so again, I'm asking you, in your opinion, do you think INEC will work against the ruling party?
No, I don't think so.
So why are you worried about electronic transmission and BVAS? Thank you very much for calling. Okay, let me bring you our third story. For our third story, the Nigerian army says it didn't run a secret mass abortion program in the Northeast. Reuters published a report yesterday that claims the army forced women who were raped by Boko Haram fighters to abort pregnancies. Reuters alleges that the program ran from at least 2013 and that the army allegedly performed at least 10,000 abortions, mostly without the consent of the women. Reuters claims to have spoken to 5 hospital workers, 33 victims, 9 security personnel, including soldiers. But the army says it's all a lie. In a statement, the army said, quote, "Let us analyze the period from July 2021 to November 2022. A total of 82,064 Boko Haram fighters and family members have surrendered to Operation Hadinkai troops. Out of this number, 16,553 were active male fighters, 24,446 were women, and 41,065 were children. The Borno state government is camping and accommodating them family by family as per households, without having to separate the children from their parents. In the same camp are thousands of pregnant women and nursing mothers. A total of 262 babies were born within 4 months, 94 in July, 98 in August, 60 in September, and 11 in October 2022. This figure comprises 150 female and 112 male children. The children were neither aborted nor yanked from their mothers. Wickedness really runs in the veins of some people, and it surely runs in the veins of the Reuters team that concocted such evil for interrogation." End quote. Now, leaving aside the that I said, Nigeria Army write them for their statement too. But leaving aside the very dramatic the army is making a compelling argument. They're saying that if they did not kill the babies that were born in the camps, or they did not terminate those in camp pregnancies, it doesn't make sense to believe that they were running a program to terminate other pregnancies. But Reuters is sticking to their story, and they're claiming to have spoken to victims and witnesses. So my question for you, Lagos, is, do you believe that these allegations from Reuters should be investigated? Who do you think should investigate it if you think it should be investigated? 0700-993-993 993 01465-7190 01465-7190. Let's see who we have on the line. 99.3, hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
Esther, calling from Ikorodu.
Welcome, Esther from Ikorodu.
Yes, the first question I want to ask is, if we go to INEC office to collect PVC, can we collect it before that 12th?
Well, they've said 12th, so I advise that you go on the 12th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, number 2 is this. Concerning the last topic, that Reuters,
yes.
They want to investigate concerning certain matters about abortions, mass abortions. I think it should be investigated.
By who?
By the authorities, because this is an allegation. It's an allegation, so any allegation should be investigated. Why do I say so? The heart of man is desperately wicked.
Okay.
Only God knows it.
Okay.
So once there's an allegation, it must be investigated because these people are human beings.
Okay.
And the heart of man is desperately wicked. Okay. Only God knows it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We've got Anonymous on the line. Anonymous, hi.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I've seen an APC member here in Badagry sharing form for people to fill all the details in their PVC card.
Okay.
Even the chairman of my community also brought some for people to fill their PVC, all the details in their PVC card, promising to pay each of the people who fill their form 10,000 after the election.
Okay.
But I told them that it is not good. I refuse to collect the form.
The form, okay. Can you get your hand on the form and snap a picture and send to our WhatsApp for me?
Yeah, that was the mistake. But I will find out if I can get the form from them, because I dated the day they gave me the form. I couldn't snap it.
Okay.
But I'll find out if I snap it, I can send it through WhatsApp.
Yes, send it to WhatsApp. Send us the name of the chairman that was sharing it as well.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. 99.3, hello.
Hello.
How are you? What's your name?
Hi, Sandra. My name is Shade.
Hi, Shade. Welcome.
Let me first start with Angela Inari. I feel like I'm a one-man champion.
Angela and Daddy, okay. We've heard.
Secondly, the story, you know what? They said there's no smoke without fire. I mean, the other way around. There's no fire, so there's no smoke without fire. Whichever one is it. And I believe there's a little bit of there's truth in the story Reuters put out, right? And I feel it should be investigated. Now, you ask by who? Technically, it should be the police, but you know, the army, feel like they have no respect for the police.
Right.
So, and then, you know, the army has its own investigative arm.
Right.
But they might be compromised.
Right.
Right? But, I mean, somebody has to investigate. At least they for their own sake, don't they want to know? I mean, we're not going to believe that story. Right. Don't be the end of it. They should let it be an open thing. Investigate it. If you really think it's not true, let us know that is not true. I mean, that to me, I would think that would be the best thing to do. And if they don't want the police to do it, they should have their investigative arm do it. That's what I think.
Okay. All right, Shade. Thank you very much. Let's go to WhatsApp now. I still have that gentleman that says, "What am I talking about, Tinubu?" Complaining on Twitter that I'm talking about Tinubu. My guy, drink water. Hey. Except you don't want Tinubu to win. If he wins, hey, every day we say, "Oh, Tinubu did this law. Tinubu did that law. Tinubu did this. He did that. He did this. He did that." What will you do then? Let's. Oh my gosh! Let's take a look at this message on WhatsApp here. Sandra, if INEC has said the video was part of their operation, so since it was not a politician that explained that to us but INEC, let's take it to be factual. All right, David, thank you very much for your message. This message says Tinubu knows that the era of rigging has gone, so he's afraid of losing. Okay. This message here says, Sandra, please, what data are they collecting again? Was this information not collected on registration? Well, they are, like I explained it earlier on. Hopefully I have time to explain it again. Let's take a break.
We don't die for where we dey, oh yeah. Now so promise and fail, oh yeah. And it don't take, we don't dey wait. PDP don't come again.
Vote Dr. Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran Jandor as Governor of Lagos State. PDP! Power to the people!
Ewo, Mazi, why you dey shake like fowl wearing beat now?
Mama Caro, na malaria. Malaria won't kill me.
Malaria kwa? When I get Amasonat for house, Amasonat go kick that malaria come on your body like bulldozer way or tree. Oh yeah, take, use them.
Hey, Mama Caro. I want go Baba Chico the house to go collect money when they owe me.
Nah, malaria don't come out.
Mama Caro, I thank you. I thank Amasunat. Malaria don't come out from my body. Yes, Amasunat is an active anti-malaria drug that helps family treat malaria. Amasunat has Artemether and lumefantrine with variants for both adults and children. Amasunat is marketed by Greenfield Pharmaceuticals Limited and can be purchased at any pharmaceutical shop near you across Nigeria.
Since 2009, Kids Sports Charity Cup has hosted orphanages and welfare homes to a dynamic football tournament. 6 orphanages, 2 schools, 2 grassroots football academies, and 2 organizations will be taking part and playing at this tournament. Will Citadel of Hope come back to win the cup to make it their 4th victory at this tournament? Will Project Friendship Initiative retain this cup as the reigning champion? Or will SOS Children's Home come back from their years of 3rd place to take back their mandate of being the first ever winners of the cup? Come, be a part of history on December 10th, 2022, as the Kids Sports Cup Season 12 World Cup Edition will be going down
at the Unilag Sports Center, University of Lagos.
And guess what? Entry is absolutely free. This event is proudly supported by Cool FM, Wazobia FM, Nigeria Info, Kingmakers, Kids Being Kids, La Casera, Smooth Drink, Nirvana Water, Bow Drink, DocuLand, Alston Decker, and the Lemonade Networks.
Oh, what fun it is to win in the Lush Hair Braids to Millions promo! Christmas came early. Everyone is a winner in the Lush Hair Braids to Millions promo. Get free 100 MB MTN data guaranteed on each pack and a chance to win 1 million naira, a car, generator, and other amazing prizes. Simply buy Lush Hair Wow, Ready, Jumbo, or Mega Braids pack. Open the pack flap, scratch for PIN, and SMS your unique PIN to 38353. Hurry now. Terms and conditions apply. Lush Hair. Be beautiful.
Promo starts on the 1st of November and ends on the 15th of December 2022.
32 countries.
One mission.
All eyes on the trophy.
And a goal against Nigeria in the semi-final. Niels Petersen steps up.
The passion.
The emotion.
Denied by Weberton.
It's not just a game. It's everything.
Come and experience the moment of victory at the largest football viewing center in Africa. Introducing Qatar Live in Wonderland, Lagos. This football season, get a taste of that team spirit while you enjoy live football, good food, drinks, concerts, amazing activities, and amazing giveaways alongside a 5-a-side tournament to keep you engaged. It's not just football, it's a festival. What are you waiting for? Register for free at www.wonderlandlagos.com. Wonderland is brought to you by Balmoral and Octopus Marketing in partnership with CEC.
Head sponsor, Tingo. Sponsors, Maltina, Visa, Coca-Cola, Providence Bank, Mikano, Budweiser, MTV Base.
Qatar Live in Wonderland, Lagos.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
This is The Voice Note on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Some say telling a rape joke doesn't mean I condone sexual violence. Really?
Come on. It's just a way to get people to laugh. It's just a joke.
If it's so bad, why did everyone laugh?
These excuses are no longer acceptable.
1 in 3 women have experienced some form of sexual and gender-based violence.
Which means when you joke about rape, 1 out of every 3 women in your audience is negatively affected.
So basically, they bought tickets to relive their worst nightmare,
adding to their pain and undermining their suffering.
Normalizing rape culture and perpetuating this violence.
Making it harder for survivors to speak out, especially when audiences laugh.
This has to stop now. We have contributed to this culture.
But now, we must be part of the solution.
Jokes that justify or normalize sexual violence are unacceptable.
Call it out. We have to stop turning survivors of sexual and gender-based violence into collateral damage just for laughs.
Because rape is not a joke.
It's 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. And now the business news.
99.3 Nigeria Info. This is the business news. The federal government has hinged the development of the transport sector on technology. Minister of Transportation Mwazu Sambo says innovations are necessary to ensure a more effective transport system that will not only enhance the livelihood of citizens but also contribute effectively to revenue generation for the country. The minister is urging Nigerians to protect transport infrastructure, particularly in rural areas. And for his part, the Minister of State for Transportation, Ademola Adegoroye, has blamed poor regulations and lack of digital skills for the slow implementation of technological ideas in the transport sector. He's calling for capacity building and other reforms that will enhance the use of modern technology in the nation's transport sector.
But the Nigerian transportation sector is evolving in the use of modern technology, but the pace is a bit slow as we are still grappling with poor regulation and control, poor and ineffective traffic coordination and management, network congestion, environmental pollution, lack of digital skills, and amongst others. We need to invest in training and retraining of our personnel, acquire state-of-the-art technology, imbibe innovative policies, and support collaboration among relevant agencies and organizations.
Okay. Reactions are trailing the government's decision to restrict the circulation of cash in the country. And economist Peter Mide believes the recent policy on cash withdrawal by the CBN will help to control inflation, which may hamper the economy. Dr. Mide, a lecturer in the Department of Economics at the University of Port Harcourt, tells correspondent Emeka Otuka that the CBN is fighting inflation without a corresponding level of productivity to increase supply. He thinks the situation will also affect investment and labor demand.
I say for me, the policy is targeted at reducing inflation by reducing the liquidity in the economy. But my concern is that fighting inflation just using monetary tools will hamper the economy, because when you are trying to reduce spending from the economy by withdrawing money without corresponding production of goods and services, then you end up destroying some aggregates in the economy, just like unemployment. You end up inducing some hardship on the economy as well as creating more unemployment. So that's our concern.
Also, a public affairs analyst, Emmanuel Ashepo, agrees that the policy is supposed to help grow the economy by reducing the amount of money in the hands of individuals.
I actually agree with CBN on this. This might not be a very popular opinion. People keeping money to themselves in their houses for whatever reason does not help the real sector. If you earn your money legally, you shouldn't be scared of this policy at all, because you can do all your transactions online. So you're restricted to just carrying cash. Your money in the bank is still your money. However, this policy took them unawares, and the time frame, it's too short that they can't do away with all those money unless they give it back to the public.
The CBN has said that individuals will now be able to withdraw only 100,000 naira per week from over-the-counter, point-of-sale machines or automated teller machines. Organizations can only access 500,000 naira per week, effective from the 9th of January next year. Banks will only load 200 naira and lower denominations in their ATMs. And the Senate has scheduled next Tuesday to debate a motion on the CBN's weekly cash withdrawal limit of 100,000 naira. Now, this comes after a failed attempt by Senator representing the FCT, Philip Aduda, to address some concerns that trailed the new policy. The Senate Minority Leader, Philip Aduda, said there ought to be a proper guideline for the nation to adopt the cashless policy.
About 600 branches with about 35-40 million customers will have to go to the banking headquarters for approvals. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, our commerce, I don't think, is ready for this, and our economy may not take this shock. And as such, Mr. President, I want to say that now that there's the issue of screening of nominees from the CBN, I just thought that I should speak about it. Let us look at what we need to do.
Meanwhile, the Senate President Ahmed Lawan agrees that as good as the cashless policy may be, it needs to be implemented gradually.
If we want to be cashless society, we should take time to be cashless society, not to jump at once into being cashless. Most Nigerians will be out of business. So I believe that, but we need to have an opportunity, take the opportunity of screening. From there, we can go ahead, because by then, somebody would have explained exactly what they mean.
And Lagos, that's the business news this hour. More to come. 1903 Nigeria Info. It's back to Facts with Sandra.
Back to back and back of the biggest talk.
It's just a general attitude to environmental laws. You know, mechanics, food sellers. One of the reasons why I believe you have so much traffic is because the environmental laws are not enforced, the traffic laws are not enforced, and that has led to complete chaos in the state.
On your number one station for talk, 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. It's 6 minutes past 4 o'clock, and Lagos, you and I have to decide who our 12th debater is going to be next year during the Tournament of Champions. Like I said to you when I launched the show at 3 o'clock today, we already have our top 11. Our top 11